This is Mr. Whaley, and I want to talk about the 2.2a glossary of scene sketching that you're going to create. That's what I'm going to talk about. And why are we talking about this? Why are we learning this? Otherwise, you'll sketch a crime scene based only on prior knowledge. This way, by doing this glossary, you'll have the opportunity to increase your knowledge of investigations and apply new skills when you provide your sketch, when you create it. Okay, how? How are we going to do this? How is a process. So our process is going to be create a Google Doc, give assignment title, 3, add learning targets, and product description and question, and 4, set up and start the table for your glossary. Our next assignment will be 2.2b will be completing the table glossary, and 2.2c will be completing the sketch for your nutshell study. Okay, that's our outline for this video. Very quickly, step 1 was Google Doc. Okay, now I have this Google Doc here, but I want to show you real quickly that you need to go from Google Classroom. I'm going to show you in my physics class that I'm a student in, so that you'll see on a desktop computer what it will look like. Please make changes accordingly. If you're on an iPad, ask me in the Zoom call how to do it the best way. So I'm going to click on one of the assignments. So I'm going to click on this Unit 1 standard for Mr. Voss's class that I'm in. I'm going to click View Assignment, and you see here it says Add or Create. So in some way on an iPad or a desktop, somewhere you're going to see Add or Create, and I can hit Add and link if I already made a Google Doc, or look, I can just create a Google Doc right in there. So Mr. Voss has provided your work. He already made one, but this is another way I can do it. So I can just type in here, and then when I'm done class, I don't have to worry about remembering to, in this case, you don't have to turn it in because you're not going to finish today. But I'm going to show you how to start. We start with creating the Google Doc. We've done that. And then we're going to create a title, 2.2a glossary of scene sketching. So to make it a title, select that from normal text, do title. Okay, and I like everything in Helvetica. Times New Roman is also, I like Helvetica New. Times New Roman is also easy, straightforward to read. Okay, now we needed to give the assignment title. Now we need to add learning targets and product description and question. So if you go to let's go to the right class. So I'm going to go to 7th period, and no, I'm going to go to 1st period in this case, sorry. Classwork, the warm-ups discussion, click on that. This is the second 6 weeks. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm going to select this text like that, and then I'm going to hit the control button on my keyboard and click the text that I highlighted. Then I'm going to click copy and go back, and then I'm going to click here, control, click, and I touch paste, and there it is. I've put it there. Why is it red? Because I need to read it. If I'm a student, I need to read this. The student will describe, that means write down in sentence form. Scribe means write. Describe in sentence form the elements of a crime scene sketch, such as, now already elements of a crime scene sketch, that phrase, well, what does that mean? Elements such as measurements, compass directions, scale of proportion, legend key, and title by listening or reading in order to describe the elements in 3-column notes. And even though I'm a student, I'm going to make this my own. So I'm messing with the text just like if I were taking notes, and that helps me remember the elements that I'm learning. So my product is going to be a 3-column notes for the above 4 terms in bold. Actually, I'm going to change that. So at least 4 terms. For at least, the above 4 terms in bold can be paper or Google Doc, no PDFs. All right, if you turn a PDF, I mean, if you take a picture of paper and turn it in as a PDF, that's fine, or scan it. But don't make a doc and then make a PDF and turn that in. It's got to either be a Google Doc or you do this whole thing on paper. And here's the question we want to be thinking about as we do it. Did you exhibit focused work ethic, teamwork, and positive communication? So teamwork doesn't mean that you're on a team and you just have to do one of these out of 4 people. No, you do your individual work, but you might ask each other questions. You might ask your classmates. You might ask your teacher. All that is teamwork skills. Work ethic, positive communication. Those are probably self-explanatory. At the end of class, you might put something like, you're going to describe what you did at the end of class. It might look like this. I went ahead and wrote it beforehand. Work ethic, I made the columns and list. Teamwork, I asked questions and answered them. Positive communication, I kept it professional. Kept my language professional. Maybe I should have said, what is it? I kept it professional. I kept language professional. There are other things you can keep professional, like your clothing, the way you dress. Okay, now I'm going to share with you, before we do the table, that's the next thing we need to do. For help, and I'm going to share this, a rubric link. See, when I pasted that over, this footnote leads to the rubric link. I already have provided that for you, but I'll put it here just in case. And also this other resource from Mary Sykes' website about crime scene mapping and diagramming. There are other sources you can use, but there you go. How do you make a table? Now this is the final step that we need to do to set up. So this is what your table needs to look like. Insert table 1, 2, 3 by, I said 4 words, but you need a upper row. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5 would give us enough for 4 words or vocabulary concepts, but I'm going to put it on at least 7. I'm going to do 8 because I'm a learner. Okay, and the top one is going to be, this is the concept. Middle one is going to be description. And final one is depiction. Description has the word scribe in it, or script, which is writing. And depiction has the word pict in it, so picture, okay, or image, symbol, something like that. All right, now it's up to you to make these neat. You can give those some color to be clear. I'll show you one here in a second. But then over here, I'm going to put the concept. Now there's 4 that you got to have, the ones in bold, but you should have other ones too. You don't know everything. So what I did, I copied elements of a crime scene sketch, copied that, and I pasted it there. And then I'm also, at the same time, I'm going to search the internet. What in the world? Elements of a crime scene sketch. What comes up for me? Oh, well, there's some elements. Is that what my teacher gave me? It's somewhat similar, so I could click that and I could look on that. I see scale and direction notations. I remember scale being one of them. But I wonder if this has a description of what elements are. So I'm going to make decisions. I'm just showing you, I might make some decisions on that. Oh, what are the 5 essential elements? And that has why. That might be a good resource. Of course, that's on Quizlet. Crime scene sketch. I'm going to make some decisions about these sources. And in the end, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click this thing. This looks like a definition of the whole deal. So I'm going to grab that. Ooh, yeah. Sketching the crime scene. There's a why right here. It's a permanent record that provides supplemental information that is not easily accomplished with the exclusive use of crime scene photographs and notes. So, for example, I know what they're talking about. Like, if you take a photo, the things in the foreground of the photo seem a lot bigger compared in proportion to the things in the background. And so by doing a sketch, you can have the measurements are recorded like from an above view. It depicts the overall layout and the relationship of evidentiary items. So those are the 7 items in your first column. All right, I'm going to move a little faster now. I'm going to say, pretend I read through, I perused this, types of sketches, something about the elements. Oh, here's something about scale, drawn to scale diagrams. I'm gonna grab that. Now it also gives examples of not to scale. I'm just gonna control click copy, and I'm going to put that here on, that's like the 3rd one here maybe. So I'm gonna put it there. And I'm going to go up and I'm going to get scale of proportion, because there's some notes I want to put in my glossary on that. Scale of proportion. Okay, and then I want to make that neater, don't I? Okay, so this is what you're doing once you make it. This is what it's for. And then depiction. So depiction, I'm going to go back here to my search. I'm going to say depiction of scale to proportion. Look at images. Are any of these relevant? Maybe I should use depiction of crime scene sketch. Oh, okay. Are they? This looks pretty relevant. If you read the definition there, you might be able to find. This one has some information on the side. Let me see if that one has something that we can use. Oh, that's helpful. So that's one of the reasons we need that. Know those distances between objects that might be photographed. Legend. Where's the scale? Initial sketches, initial sketch, different sketch, final sketch. Does that have it? Here we go. That says not to scale.
5
So here's what I can do.
later.
I can control click and then copy link address. No, I want to copy the image. This is not a report that we're turning in. I'm going to put that there, paste it in, and then I'm going to double click the image. I'm going to make it where it zooms in on some of these scaled items. Click out, and then you can see, oh, 1 meter. If the window is 1 meter, that means this desk is 2 meters across. Chair is 30 centimeters. Now, the way they drew it here, that doesn't really match up. 1 meter, 2 meters, that's not twice the length of this window. But you get the idea. So I just need some depiction there to find an example. Okay, that's how you set it up, and you just go through the words so that you understand these concepts. Compass directions. So I'm going to look it up, describe it, and then put a depiction over here. But today, for your grade 2.2a, you just make your table set up nicely. So you can format it and do whatever you need. Hit these 3 buttons to be able to communicate best. In fact, I'm going to do some colors here. This is how we orange, yellow, and did green. So that's what I did before. Why didn't I think of that? Like the colors of the rainbow. Orange, yellow, green. Alright, so that's how you set it up and get started. You'll get 100 today if you have this added to your Google Classroom under 2.2a. Thank you. Oh, pay attention, stay safe, and make it whale money.